Okay, hey guys. So coming to you here with my rehearsal assistant, Ellie. This is going to be the next part of Daughter, leaving off where we left, or picking up where we left off last time. So last video, I went over like the first portion. She's so cute. I can't take it. Okay, so we left off on the last portion where we get up and we're like this, and then we run. So we're going to go from there. A little comment about this run. I was just thinking about this part, and I love how like the transition of this, where everyone kind of like runs around, and then I think it's Caitlin starts the solo, and it's like she's just like doing her own thing in the middle while like everyone's running. So this part is super cool, but I think it involves like really well executed runs in order for it to look really good. So I've been saying this since the beginning, but we really need to make sure that when we go, we're kind of have that like something is pulling you. You are not like something with dance. I love when like you can tell when a dancer like shows you where they're initiating the movement from. So for this one, I think we talked about this a little bit. We're like kind of finding that initiation from like your side. And so you're being pulled like here. Like, I don't know if you want to think about it from your armpit or like just wherever like the side is here. You're being pulled up, and then the arms need to have that quality of like resistance. How do you do that? You're gonna get so sick of me saying this, but you have to connect your arms to your back muscles. You have to. It's not optional. Like, it's just, you're never going to get the like quality of movement in your arms unless you're engaging like those shoulder blade muscles. And that starts in ballet tech when you like work on strengthening them. Or I actually might give you a video next week of some like back strengthening exercises, which might help with that. But anyways, so you need to kind of have that. So when I'm doing this, there's like my like back muscles are working like harder than my arms, right? So you want to think the energy there, and then also like something is pulling you, right? So you're like kind of like the heavens have opened up and you like see them and they're like summoning or like beckoning to you, right? So you're like seeing them. So I kind of want that like feeling of like a glorious run, like you just like have this like, you know, like moment where you're just like praising and running to your position, and then keep that same energy for the next part. So I have a video already where I broke down this part, I believe. So it's like, you know, this is like the background part, while like the eyes are supposed to be on the person doing their solo, but like this part really needs to be like in unison, have lots of energy. And then as I was practicing the whole dance earlier, because I'm gonna you know, for next week I'm gonna like try to do the whole thing for you with counts and everything, but I realized that like, I'll just say this one thing about this part, this time when we do it the first time, and then the second time when we do that at the end for the second set of solos, different music. So this music has more energy, it's a little bit faster, it's a little bit like just like louder, it's just more. The other part is a little bit softer, right? So it's preparing for the end of the dance. And so the quality of music there is very different. And so the quality of your movement should be very different too. And I'll talk about that probably a little bit more next week, but watch out for it in the video. So this one is a little bit more like, I don't know, they're just different. Like, I can't really give you any like objective things to think about necessarily. It's more of like you just have to feel the music and like let that show through your movement. So we do this and it's all great. You guys do your solos if you're in that part. And then the next part, you're here, you're lifted, your arms are coming down slowly, controlled, connected to your back, all that good stuff. And then we come around, kind of coming through a coupe to go into this one. So the counts for this are 1, 2, and I want us to hit that diamond shape. Your foot is perfectly pointed at the ankle. You're over this, you're looking at the floor, and your arms are here, right? So I want that like really good position, and it's kind of like you like, it's like more of a hit. So you hit on 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I feel like this part kind of flows well. So using that energy from the hit on 2 to throwing your arms up on 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have a nice, beautiful fan kick. Remember, you know who you are. Keep your eyes up. That goes for everybody, but some people, you know, we're struggling with a little bit more. So make sure that those eyes are lifted, the chest is lifted, the bottom leg is straight, toes are pointed, arms are controlled, right? We don't want like any weird arms. So this is on, what did I say that's on? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, this is on 5, 6. So you land on 5, 6 because the turn is on 7, 8. 7, 8. Don't do a pirouette like that with all the bouncing. practice those pirouettes, practice those double pirouettes. We have a double pirouette, land on 1. So 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. We scoop up our treasure or whatever. 5, 6, or no, let me do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. I know Tracy, I think, cleaned this part and it looked so much better after she did. So make sure you keep those details of like, you know, not being like, my treasure is mine, like don't, or like out. So it's like that middle area. We're looking at it and then we shoot our hand up with energy, right? So this one is not doing any weird things, but it's like down and it still has energy in it, which comes from the back muscles. And then this one shoots up and we look up. We keep that arm up there. This one joins for the chassé layout. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe the kick is on 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to get out of it. So you can kind of suspend it, get up, turn, 7, 8. This part I would really like to change, which is why I gave you that little knee drop to practice. So I'm just going to quickly explain my idea for this part and then go over the existing choreography in case it just doesn't work out and we don't have enough time to change it. So my idea for the part is that we would all face, no matter what side you're on, we would all face the angle, and then in a ripple that I would assign, we would hit this part and fall down to our knees, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we'd probably twirl around. So it would be 5, 6, 7, 8, here, 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 to go to there. So that's my idea. Practice that. So you would just practice that knee drop, which I had in the other video. You would come up to this position. I'm not exactly sure what count it would be because everybody would be different, because it would be a ripple. Actually, no, the knee drop would be a ripple and you would wait here and then we would all do this together. Turn, just a little knee turn. I know that might hurt the knees. And then fall into this to have that like energy of pulling us around. Okay, so that would be ideally if we come back and like everything's super good. I just think that would look so cool to have that kind of a ripple. If not, we'll keep the same choreography and then change it later. But most likely it's gonna change. I just don't like the split. I think it's awkward. I think, yeah, I don't know. Don't have to explain it. So